A very warm welcome. We have made it to the grand final of the Sport for Business Super Quiz for 2020. It has taken us through an initial entry of 16 organisations, a round of 16, the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, and we have emerged with the two to have come through the strongest. They are 2 into 3 and Teneo, and I'm delighted to be joined by the same teams that have represented them throughout this competition. So strength in what they've achieved so far will hopefully follow through into a great performance in the final. To introduce the teams, first of all, we'll go to Darren McMahon, captain of 2 into 3, resplendent in his Munster jersey.
Yeah, and much like the jersey now, is in my hairline has seen better days. But hi everyone, my name is Darren from 2 into 3, and with me today I have Fergal and Catherine, if you want to introduce yourselves.
Hi, Fergal O'Sullivan.
Hi, Catherine O'Connor.
Great, well, a very warm welcome. And leading the team as he does the organisation from Teneo, a very warm welcome to Mick O'Keefe.
Thank you, Rob. So my performances today have been a bit like Chris Waddle, flashes of brilliance, but overall disappointing. I have been described as the combination of Clough, Fergie and Klopp, all rolled into one as the inspirational driving force behind this team. But I want to introduce you to Conor Brophy, the Paul O'Connell of the operation, driving force, leader supreme, and Peter Sweeney, who's the Peter Stringer of the operation, who kind of snips around the edges and dips in and out. So, yeah, good luck to 2 into 3 and enjoy the day.
Excellent. Well, we know the format at this stage. We will have, we've got 6 rounds of questions which will be earned by getting closest to the mark in our starter questions. And then at the end of each half, we'll have 2 rounds of 6 questions, which will be distributed 3 each to each team and gained by virtue of picking a number, like the number board in the famous question of sport. This, though, is the question of sport for business. So let's get underway with the grand final. The general knowledge round, but in order to get in there, I want you to tell me, Galway currently top the Alliance Football League in Gaelic football. What is their positive points difference? So closest to the positive points difference that Galway have in sitting atop the Alliance League Division 1. And I'll count you in from that on 3, 2, 1. I've got a 31, a 35, a 41, a 24, a 17 and a 10. They actually have a positive points difference of 22. So Peter Sweeney has scored first off the mark with 2 points for Teneo, and you get first shot at answering the general knowledge rounds. Can you tell me which European country is the only one to have provided both the Director General of the World Health Organization and a Secretary General of the United Nations? And we'll start your 42 seconds of deliberation.
I know nothing about.
Is it one of the Scandies? Is it Finland?
Norway was that, or Sweden? Where's Dag Hammarskjöld from? Was he Swedish or Norwegian?
He was either Swedish or Norwegian.
The guys are Boutros, Kofi Annan.
No, it's a long time since it's been European, I think. But I don't know any. I don't know WHO.
Yeah, well, look, with its country. So are we talking Sweden here? Or,
okay, you're at 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, I'd go with Sweden. Why not?
Go for it, Jeb.
Okay, we'll take Sweden as your guess. That is not the correct answer, I'm afraid. So it goes over to 2 into 3.
Spain came into my head straight away, Fergal, but I have no logic. No, Spain.
Okay, the one that struck, the guy at the moment, I think, is Ethiopian, is he?
Yeah, he's the guy at the moment is Ethiopian, but I don't know.
So I don't know, is it worth taking a punt on Ethiopia?
Did you say European? He said European country.
I think he said
European. Sorry, is it European
Unless
country?
Ethiopia has transferred.
Oh, sorry.
It's a good start.
Then we'll wipe that out. Go. Sorry, this is a good start and I'm not even paying attention to the questions. Okay, if you want to try for Spain, then go for it.
Yeah, we'll go for Spain, Rob.
Okay, go for Spain. Unfortunately, that's not correct. It was Scandinavian, but it was Norway has provided both of those leading positions. So no score there. Question 2, which state in America does US Vice President Mike Pence hail from and previously served as governor of?
Is he Nevada?
Yes.
It's a conservative state anyway.
Mike Pence.
Okay, 20 seconds left on
Arizona?
the clock.
No, he's not Arizona, I don't think.
He's one of those
He's-
Virginia types, is he? Go Nevada if that's what you think. Go for it.
We'll take Nevada as your answer. Not correct, I'm afraid. 2 into 3,
the
an
question
opportunity to steal 3 points.
What state is Mike Pence from?
I feel like it's like not Montana, maybe
I
probably
think it's something like is
central
it?
states like Indiana or
Yeah, I was thinking Indiana or Idaho or something like that.
I'll take a. I
Do
feel like
you want to try Indiana?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, team decision. We'll go with Indiana.
Okay, we'll take Indiana. Gets you 3 points on the board. Well done. I'm not sure if that's a good thing to know a lot about Mike Pence, but it's earned you 3 points anyway. Back to Teneo. Can you tell me who is the current laureate for Irish literature?
Not Anne Enright, no.
Oh, it's
I don't think she is, but I don't know.
your man, the Dublin guy.
Joseph O'Connor?
No. Oh, Lord.
Peter,
20 seconds to rack your literary brains.
Shoot there, Connor. Shoot for one.
I can't remember your man's name. What's his Peter Sheridan, no?
Sure, it's a guess. Why not? We don't know what it is.
Okay, Sheridan. No, not correct. 2 into 3.
I have no idea.
Do you want to try Anne Enright?
Yeah, I think.
As good a guess as any. I really just don't know that one.
Yeah, okay. We'll go with Anne Enright, Rob.
Okay, unfortunately, not correct either. It is Sebastian Barry, appointed in 2018 by the president and will be there in place until 2021. So at the end of that first general knowledge round, modest scores, but both teams on the board. Teneo have 2 points and 2 into 3 have 3 points. Next up is our culture round. And to get us there, Norwich City are currently bottom of the English Premier League. How many goals have they scored in the campaign so far? How many goals have Norwich City scored to reach the lofty heights of 20th in the English Premier League? And I will count you in from 3, 2, 1. 28, 27, 3. Now, Catherine, they're not great, but they're not that bad. The correct answer is, in fact, 26 goals. So Darren has snuck inside you there, Peter. So we go with 2 into 3. They get 2 points for that. And culture. Which of these Irish bands have released the most albums? I'll give you 4. The Coronas, The Script, Bell X1 and Micro Disney. So which of those have released the most albums in their careers so far? The Coronas, The Script, Micro Disney and Bell X1.
Bell 11, as Pat Kenny called them, didn't he?
Well, I know the script is like quite a few. I think the script is more than the Coronas, but I'm not familiar with the other two.
Yeah. I don't think Micro Disney had that many because they kind of went their separate ways and set up different bands afterwards. So I'd nearly go for...
Bell X1 are around quite a while.
Yeah, but have they done anything in ages though?
Yeah, but they've had albums out in the last few years. I think there's been 3 or 4 even after Velcro, I think.
Okay,
well,
so I'll press you for an answer.
You sound confident, Darren, if you
I
want to go with that.
don't.
Which is it, Darren?
We'll go with Bell X1.
Go with Bell X1, gets you 5 points. Well done. They have released 10 albums, to The Script and the Coronas on 6 and Micro Disney with 5. How many times did the Point Theatre host the Eurovision Song Contest?
Well, it didn't host the one in Mill Street, and it hosted the other 3 in that cluster, didn't they?
Yeah. Is it? What about outside of that though?
I don't think they went anywhere else outside of that. I think the Mill Street was the only time they went outside the capital.
Okay.
Would that be right? 3?
I'm not
Was
sure.
that 3?
Gonna go with 3?
Yeah.
Okay, it's worth another 5 points. Well
Well done.
done. And the third
Tragic that I have
question
your
in
original
the
knowledge,
culture
yeah.
round. According to its own technical literature, how many seats does the Abbey Theatre have? Is it, I'll give you a choice of 4 numbers. Is it 482, 492, 502, or 512? Apparently there are 2 wheelchair seats that are not included in this number.
482,
482,
492.
492, 502, or 512.
It'll be a
I
shot
feel
in the
like
dark for me anyway.
12. I feel like
I'd
it's
nearly be going for the higher number, but
my guess would be the highest number. I'm pretty sure it's higher than.
okay.
Well, I think it's
In the absence of not having the first idea, will we go with 512?
Okay, we'll go with 512. It is not 512, so an opportunity to take 3 points. Perhaps a guess from one of 3, 482, 492, or 502 to now.
For some reason, I'm going to say 492. No reason.
Yeah, go
It's
for
a
the one in
guess,
the
why
middle.
not?
Go for the one in the middle.
492, Rob.
Captain's choice secures 3 points. Well done. And that leaves us with both sides scoring in both rounds, but Teneo currently on 5 and 2 into 3 on 15 after a good culture round there. The third round is history, and we've gone with a look towards sporting history this time around. But in order to get us there, can you tell me, in which year did Collingwood last win the Australian Rules Football Grand Final? One of the grand old teams of Aussie Rules. But what year were they last crowned as the ultimate champions? And I will count you in from 3, 2, 1. 16, 04, 08, 17, 16. Catherine scribbling furiously. And 1992. If you just hold them up there for a moment, the actual right answer was 2010. So 2008 secures it as closest to the mark for Darren, playing a strong captain's role up there today. That's 2 of the 3 guesstimate answers. So, history. In what year did the historic meeting take place in Molesworth Hall in Dublin, where a vote was held to establish the Football Association of Ireland? So what year did that vote take place, which led to the FAI being formed?
Was there a precursor to it before it became the FAI, or would it be sometime kind of reasonably soon after the foundation of the state?
I don't know. I should know this, and I don't.
Like, would it be something like the 30s or something, or would it be before that even?
Well, would it be after that? Would it be post World War II?
Were we playing football as the FAI before?
15 seconds left to think about it.
I think around the 1920s. I would say it's around the 1920s for FAI. I think it was before World War II.
Take a stab if you want then.
Okay.
Then 1922.
Yep.
1922. Nope, not the right answer. So Teneo.
I'm pretty sure it's either 1921, 22, or 23. Like so it's not 22. I think it's,
I thought it did survive initially partition, didn't it? And there was an All Ireland team for like
There
a year or
was,
two,
yeah.
I think, yeah. So
Yeah.
I feel like it was after that, not 1922.
Jackie Carey playing for both teams in the 30s and all that. So like it was definitely before the 30s. And I'm pretty sure there's a 100th anniversary coming up. I'm going to
Okay, 5 seconds.
21.
1921 gets you 3 points. Well done. Unlucky, Catherine. It was on June the 1st as well. And yes, there was a precursor, Fergal. It was the Irish Football Association, which still resides to this day in Belfast. Okay, question 2 in history goes back to 2 into 3. In 1886, the IRFU was a founder member of the International Rugby Football Board. which eventually became World Rugby. Which other 2 countries were founder members? And I need both of them. So which other 2 countries were there at the formation of the IRB, or the IRFB as it was, became the IRB, became World Rugby?
England has to be one of them, doesn't it?
Hmm.
And is the other one Northern Hemisphere or Southern Hemisphere?
That's what I was thinking. Would it be like one of the Connolly or
Australia, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a guess after that, though.
I would say somewhere like Wales, maybe we'll go for Australia.
Do you want to go for England and Australia, maybe? I don't know. Look, I don't know. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
15.
My guess would be like Wales, or probably like countries.
Try England and Wales if you want.
Okay, I'll press you for your answer.
We'll go England and Wales.
England and Wales is not correct. Teneo?
Yes. I'm saying England plus one other as well.
England,
Scotland.
Ireland.
Scotland's the one that hopped into my head.
England, Ireland, Scotland. I don't think it's New Zealand or Australia or any of them. I don't think they were
I
quite.
don't think so. No, I think they were quite a bit later to the.
I think it's based on the World Rugby voting and all that. The original members get votes and all that. So I'm going to go Scotland.
Scotland and England.
Mm.
Scotland and England again is not correct, I'm afraid. It was Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. England got into a slot and they chose not to join until 1890, at which point they secured extra voting rights for themselves.
There you go, mate.
Go figure. Okay, so the third question then in the history round. And again, it's back to 2 into 3 first. How many Irish Olympians have won gold medals at the Games? Not the number of medals, but the number of individual Olympians have won gold medals.
Do you want to name them, or do we make it easier for them?
Yeah.
I don't know what. I'd say just give it a guess if you have.
I'm thinking 5.
But then we have the likes of, was Pat O'Callaghan gold as well? Really obscure ones going back.
15 seconds.
I don't think we have more than 10 medals total. So if you guys know who's won multiple ones, then that.
Well, do you want to go more than 5 then?
I think I think 6 or 7.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll leave that one to you.
Okay, we'll go 6, Rob.
Go with 6. Sometimes it doesn't matter how you get there, just the fact that you do get there. It was, in fact, 6. Katie Taylor, Michael Carruth, Ronnie Delaney, Bob Tisdale, Pat O'Callaghan, and the sometimes overlooked Michelle Smith, who was our most successful Olympian with 3 gold medals still on the books. So at the end of that round, it's an additional 3 points for Teneo, moving them on to 8, and an additional 7 for 2 into 3, moving you on to 22. So going into the final round of the first half then, it is the sports round. We've got 6 questions, and I'm going to ask you to select them randomly by number. Teneo, you are behind at the moment, so we'll kick off with you and give you the first choice, and we'll go with the captain, Mick O'Keefe, your choice of number.
5, please, Rob.
Number 5. Which country topped the gold medal table at the 2018 Winter Olympics in Korea?
Canada's always a solid guess, isn't it?
Yeah, Canada. Maybe
or one
China.
of the Scandies.
Russia had it? No, did Russia go?
No, Russia weren't at it.
Japan?
China.
US. It's either US or Canada or Japan.
I would go with Canada ahead of the US.
If they won the hockey, did they, presume?
I can tell you.
Okay. Canada.
Canada is not the correct answer. 2 into 3, a chance for 3 points.
I would say it's... Go on, sorry.
I find with these that often to go with what their other answer was.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because the US is the but would it be somebody like Norway? No, they probably wouldn't win that much, would they?
I don't know.
Do you want to go with the US?
Okay,
We'll
10
US.
seconds.
Norway was a good guess, but if we want to go with US.
Yeah, I'll go US.
We'll go with the US. Incorrect. Inevitably, of course, it was Norway. So no points there from the first one. Your choice now, 2 into 3, to get control of this one. Numbers 1 to 4 or 6?
Yeah, 2.
Number 2. Which county is currently sitting at the bottom of the Alliance League Football Division 2?
So, Clue, you're on your own in this one, Darren, I'm afraid.
Thanks, I'm trying to remember who's even in Division 2.
20 seconds to go. It does seem like another lifetime.
We go, I think Monaghan maybe or something like that.
Go for it.
We'll go Monaghan.
I guess.
Go Monaghan. Not right. Goes over to Teneo.
I think, Peter, it's Fermanagh. Did they not scrape around there? So who's in Division 2? Meath? Tip?
No. Oh, yeah, Meath. No, Tip got relegated last year, I think.
Where are Armagh?
They're in Division 2, but they're at the top of it.
They're at the top now.
Okay, that's them out.
Kildare?
I don't think they're at the bottom, though, are they?
20 seconds.
It's Fermanagh or whoever. There's a Scotch team in there up is getting tonked. I think
Fermanagh.
bottom.
Are they even in it?
Fermanagh, Rob.
Okay, we'll take Fermanagh. Gets you 3 points. Well done.
Nick.
Fermanagh with only 2 points on the board so far. Okay, so next it's back to Teneo. We'll go to you, Connor, for pick a number 1, 3, 4 or 6.
Pick 1, please, Rob.
Number 1. How many cities have hosted the final of the UEFA European Champions Cup in the past 10 years? How many cities in the past 10 years have hosted the final of the Champions League? The
Champions League.
UEFA one.
Since 2010.
Yep.
So
Wembley twice.
Yeah, and I think Madrid is twice. I think Atletico's ground had it. Lisbon has definitely had it. The 2 Madrid teams played in Lisbon.
That's right. When did Chelsea win it? Because they
Madrid, United in Madrid. No, that's
Istanbul.
Kiev.
I think it's 8.
Okay, 10 seconds.
8. Somebody had it twice.
Go with 8 with the 2 doubles. 8. Secures you 5 points. Well done. Okay, back over to 2 into 3, and we'll go with Catherine, your number.
What's left to choose, sorry?
What is left? 3, 4, and 6.
And we'll go for 6.
Go for 6. Okay. How's your knowledge of the German Bundesliga? Bayern Munich are the most successful team in the history of the German Bundesliga. Borussia Dortmund are second, having won 5 titles. Alongside which other club? Which other club has won 5 titles alongside Dortmund?
Bayer Leverkusen or Borussia.
Gladbach, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's any guess.
Can I go for Borussia Mönchengladbach or?
Yeah, it's one or the other, and if we're wrong, they'll get the other. So
yeah,
we'll go Mönchengladbach.
Borussia Mönchengladbach secures you 5 points. Well done.
Sorry, lads.
Bravery pays. Okay, so we're back now to Teneo. Last choice, question 3 or question 4 for you, Peter?
I'll go for question 3, please.
Question 3. Which basketball franchise is, as the Americans say, the winning most in NBA history?
It's either the Celtics or the Lakers.
I think it's the Celtics.
Yeah, I'll go with Celtics, yeah.
Very quick answer, and it is correct. So another 5 points there, just ahead of, they've won it 17 times thus far, just ahead of the Lakers in second place. And the final question, I'll give you the choice of question 4, Fergal, or question 4.
4 it is.
Question 4. How many teams have won the French Top 14 Rugby Championship on at least 10 occasions? So how many teams have won the French Rugby Union main championship on at least 10 occasions?
Is it a trick question?
I think we're forever burned after the Irish Open question.
Okay, 15 seconds.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, my knowledge of top 14 French rugby isn't super.
Just know La Rochelle is like.
Do you want to go with
3 or
0?
4?
Do you want to go with 0?
Look, it's up to you. You're the captain.
I think go with 0.
Go with 0.
You go with 0. That is not the correct answer. I'd never be so demonic as to do that again. Okay, so it goes over the board to Teneo. How many teams have won the French top 4?
I'm going to say 1 or 2.
Like Toulouse and Stade were the only 2 I could think that would be in that.
Stade, I don't even think of one.
Stade are only literally invented.
I think it's like a Bordeaux or somebody like from back.
Yeah, 2 or 3 was my guess. If you went 1 or 2, we'll go 2.
2, Rob.
Going with 2. Not correct, I'm afraid. You've forgotten Béziers, who last won it in 1984, but that was their 11th title win. The other 2 are Stade Français and Toulouse.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so that's the end of the sports round. And Teneo scored an additional 13 points in there, bringing them up to 21. And 2 into 3 scored an additional 5, moving you along to 27. So there we go, standing at the halftime, and an unusual position for you, Teneo, in terms of coming from behind. You normally storm off into an early lead and then just play around at the front and just come in. So change of tactics this time around. The second half, our 3 rounds of questions: geography, politics, and Irish sport. And in order to get us there, your big number questions. Question 1: how many meters have Leinster gained in the Pro 14 Rugby Championship this season to date? So how many meters have they gained? I'm expecting quite a broad range of answers on this one. And I will test your rugby knowledge by counting you in for your answers from 3, 2, 1. 500, and the correct answer is 5,439. So not terribly close, but close enough. Mick O'Keefe, you're in.
I'll make up.
In control. Well done.
He's redeemed himself after his Tour de France guess.
100 miles long.
10 million kilometers or something like that. Yeah. Okay, so you get the geography round to take control. Question 1. Alaska, Texas, and California are the 3 largest states in the Union. What is next? What is the 4th largest of the United States of America?
Portland is huge, isn't it?
All those Oregons and all are massive.
Yeah, New Mexico.
Florida's quite a big landmass as well.
I think it's Idaho, isn't that a big? Well,
what about all those ones over there with all the space, like
Wisconsin, Illinois?
Yeah, the Midwest, not the Midwest, but the
up the top left there.
Yeah, that's Montana and Idaho and Ohio.
Montana's big. Yeah, Montana's big. I'd have Montana in the shake up there. Wyoming, Montana.
Pick one of the biggies up top left there.
Or how big is
Florida's big.
Minnesota?
No idea.
Okay, last 5 seconds.
I'd say pick one, Conor. Go on.
Oh, Montana.
Oh, very impressive. Montana gets you 5. Well done. And just ahead of next year, New Mexico is 5th, in case you come back.
Montana.
Mexico as well.
Named after Hannah Montana is my job.
We'll take that under advisement. Okay, so question 2 in the geography round. What is the 3rd most populous city in France after Paris and Lyon?
Marseille, surely.
Marseille, Rob.
Going with Marseille secures another 5 points. And the 3rd question in the geography round, what is the capital city of Senegal?
He comes from Senegal. What city though?
Not Dhaka, is it?
Oh, that's a good shout. Yeah.
That's a good shout. I'd go with that.
Or is that the capital of Bangladesh?
That's Dakar. No, that's Dakar. Dakar is the one you're talking about.
Senegal. Freetown.
No, Liberia.
15 seconds.
Dakar.
Dakar.
Dakar. Whatever.
Dakar. Well done. the Paris to Dakar rally, and no bonus points for the Bangladeshi insight as well. But okay, that's a very good round. A full score of 17. It moves you along to 38 points, plays 27 on the side of 2 into 3. So we move into the politics round now, and in order to get us there, Justin Thomas sits proudly on top of the PGA Tour money list for 2020 so far. How much has he won in dollars? How much has Justin Thomas won in dollars to put him on top of the US PGA Tour list? And again, we'll count you in from 3, 2, 1. 14, 11, 3, 6.35, and 12.5. The correct answer is 5.25 million, which means that Peter Sweeney's is the closest. So, so well done there, Peter. That's an additional 2 points, and we're into politics. What do Finland, Norway, and Denmark have in common politically that neither Ireland, Britain, nor France have in 2020? And it's not being Scandinavian.
Female leaders, is it?
It's Mette Frederiksen.
They all have, I'm pretty sure they all have female leaders.
They do, yeah. All three.
UK, Ireland, and who? France?
France, yeah.
Yeah, go for it then. Yeah.
Okay, very clever. 3 female leaders of those different 3 countries, worth 5 points. Okay, second question in the politics round. Prior to Barry Cowan last night, showing just how up-to-date this super quiz is, who was the last Minister of Agriculture to be sacked from the government?
Oh, wow. Austin Deasy. Was Austin Deasy sacked?
No, think about it. When would an agriculture minister have been sacked? You're talking cap or never is the answer.
Was McDade Minister for Agriculture when he was sacked?
No, was he not?
He was sports tourism, wasn't even he?
Yeah, but I saw someone tweet yesterday that he didn't actually.
He was sacked by High after one day in 1991. He was the shortest serving minister
15
ever.
seconds.
I think none is the answer.
Rob said he wouldn't do that to us earlier.
But go on, but you say
Only in relation
go
to
for
that question.
Quick.
Okay.
Okay. You going with none?
What's the answer? What are we saying?
Not
Quick.
correct.
None.
We're going with none.
Okay, that's not correct. It goes over 2 into 3. The last agriculture minister to be sacked.
Far back have we gone? What was the guy you got sacked for calling the president a thunder and disgrace?
Remember?
Oh, God. I haven't a clue. Was Haughey Minister for Agriculture when he was sacked?
Yeah, I was thinking it was probably some Fianna Fáil coup again.
Do you want to go with Haughey?
Yeah, let's go with Haughey.
So Charles Haughey. Charles Haughey was sacked as Minister of Justice after the arms trial alongside Neil Blaney, who was Minister for Agriculture at the time. So no points there. Yes, Jim McDade, I think, was Minister for Justice, and he resigned after being photographed with members of the IRA who thought that that could possibly be politically compromised, but he did come back into government. And then the third question, again, Teneo still in control of the round. In the Northern Ireland Assembly, how many more seats do the Democratic Unionist Party have over Sinn Féin? What's their majority of number of seats over Sinn Féin?
Tight, isn't it?
I think it's only 1 or 2, isn't it? But there's a very small SDLP and a slightly bigger UUP. I think it's only 1 or 2.
I'm going to say 2.
Yeah, let's go with 2.
I think it's very tight. I think it's 2. I think they lost ground on the last one.
They did, yeah.
It could even be none. It could be, but he wouldn't do that to us, as he said. So, go on. We say 2. Yeah. 1.
We're going with
10 seconds to make your...
You're the captain, Mick. 1 or 2.
Go with 2. Not the correct answer, I'm afraid. 2 into 3.
Know what's going to happen here?
It's either 1 or 3 anyway. I'm not too sure. Do you want to go with our tried and tested? Choose what they didn't.
Well, it hasn't worked yet today. But I don't know. What do you think? 1 or 3, lads?
Oh, it's coin toss. Whatever you think.
We'll go with 1.
Go with 1. Secures you 3 points. Well done. And that brings an end to the politics round. So an additional 3 points there for 2 into 3 moves you along to 30, and an additional 7 for Teneo puts you onto 45. So 15 points in it. 2 rounds to go. Plenty of points still on the board. The round is Irish sport, and the big number question to get us in there is: how many players have represented Ireland in one-day cricket internationals? How many players have represented Ireland in one-day cricket international matches? It's on the men's game rather than the men's and the women's. Okay, so I'm going to count you in from 3, 2, 1. 176, 125, 33, 75, 33, 60. Catherine has come good. The actual number is 58, so you were only 2 off the mark there, and that gives you an opportunity to draw close or possibly even ahead. Okay, the round of Irish sport kicks off with question 1. Which former Irish international footballer was named as the latest League of Ireland manager earlier this month?
I think I've seen like some guy called, I think a new manager was Stephen, what's his name? Stephen Kenny or something, but I don't
15
know.
seconds.
International.
I think it's Waterford
Take
City.
a punt, Darren.
I think it's Waterford City. I just can't remember his name.
Okay, have to press you for an answer.
I go Donahue or something. I can't remember.
Donahue. Good guess. Not right. Teneo?
Is it
John Sheridan, Waterford United.
Is it?
Yeah.
John Sheridan, Waterford United is the correct answer. Question 2, and we're back 2 into 3. Who was named as captain of the Irish men's cricket team in November 2019? He's the current captain of the Irish senior men's cricket team.
I think it's Andy Balbirnie.
Vote you for that, Fergal. You're the cricket man.
There you go.
Andrew Balbirnie is correct. Gets you 5 points. And the third question is: who is the current manager of the Irish women's hockey team?
Catherine Dennis is in the other room screaming at you now.
Name of the manager that has brought Irish women's hockey team to the Olympics.
Oh, manager.
$20 seconds to mull it over.
I've not anyway, lads. Sorry.
Brown. Have to go.
I'm trying to think.
10 seconds.
I think it's Arlene. I feel like Arlene Boyles is the name that comes to mind.
Okay, well, it's better than what myself and Darren have anyway. So.
I'll give you Arlene Boyles, Arlene Foster, and indeed anybody named Arlene, but none of them are right.
Is it the men's team, Rob?
It is. It's the women's team.
Women's team. Oh. Yeah, but it is a man. What's his? I can't remember his name.
It's your man. It's the New Zealand. It's the New Zealand guy. They switched jobs. Your man went to New Zealand, and New Zealand exactly. Went to Ireland.
Andrew.
His name is.
For some reason, it begins with a P. His second name begins with a P in my head. It's not Peters or Pears or Priest or Perch or something like that.
Like a Duncan Pears or I don't know. Fella from Kiwi.
Okay,
Kiwi fella,
10 seconds to go through every combination of first and second names.
John Peterson.
John Peterson. Noble guess. No, it is Sean Dancer.
Sean Dancer.
Sean
Dancer.
Got that?
Ted's brother.
manager of the Irish women's hockey team. So at the end of that and going into the final round, 3 points for Teneo moves you on to 48. 7 points for 2 into 3 moves you on to 37. So you are within shouting distance. We have 6 questions on the business of sport, and we will ask you to pick a number. We'll go in reverse order of the team members that selected in the first round. And with 2 into 3 trailing at the moment, we're going to go to you, Fergal, for your number between 1 and 6.
Please, Rob.
Number 6?
3.
Okay. Who are the current...
Number 3, is it?
Three.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Sorry, number 3. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, that broke up a little bit. Okay. Question 3. What is the official beer brand of the UEFA Europa League?
It's Amstel, I think, is it?
Yeah, that's a good show.
Go with Amstel.
Yeah.
Gets you 5 points.
I think
I'm Fergal.
Nice one.
Okay. Over to Teneo. Peter Sweeney, your choice. 1, 2, 4, 5, or 6?
I'll take 2, please, Rob.
2. Can you tell me who is the official airline partner of Manchester United?
It's Turkish, isn't it?
I thought it was an American. I thought it was Delta.
It was Turkish. That's I don't know is it anymore. So,
well, if they did have a relationship, I'm kind of guessed. I thought it was an American carrier, but I'm not. I wouldn't swear to it.
25 seconds.
Man United. Man United.
what do you see around on the advertising boards around the?
Turkish, Qatar. It's not Qatar.
No, it's not at all. No, it's
Emirates.
the neighbours.
It's not Emirates.
Okay, go with Turkish. Turkish.
Turkish is not the right answer.
Bollocks.
2 into 3.
Robin, go Delta.
my guess would have been Emirates or Aeroflot, or is it?
It's definitely not Emirates anyway.
No, it's not Emirates.
Do you want to go with Delta?
Yeah, well, I don't know. So
It might be Aeroflot.
no, I don't know. Let's go. We'll go Delta.
Go with Delta. I'm afraid not. I dread to tell you what the actual answer is.
Aeroflot.
Aeroflot.
Oh, that would have been an inspired guess.
It would have been. Okay, so with 4 questions remaining, we now sit with Teneo leading by 48 points to 42 points. And the choice of the next question goes to Catherine. You can have 1, 4, 5, or 6.
Number 1, please.
Number 1. Which tyre manufacturer has been on the winning car in the Formula One World Championship for the past 9 years? Which tyre brand?
Oh, who's there? We rock Bridgestone.
Yeah, it's either it's either Bridgestone or Michelin, isn't it?
Well, Bridgestone came to mind first.
Bridgestone. Go on, go for it.
Go with Bridgestone. Not the correct answer, I'm afraid. Teneo?
Is it Continental, is it?
Continental, Pirelli, are they Dunlop?
Is there silver? What's the other one? Is there silver something?
Michelin? Continental?
Continental is the one that comes to mind. I'm just trying to think of their advertising.
Well, who's won? What do they drive? Is it
Mercedes.
Mercedes?
As one, virtually all of them.
Mercedes. Look, we don't know, so we might as well just go with Continental.
Go with Continental. That is also incorrect. It is Pirelli that have been on each of the last 9 champions. So we come to the final 3 questions, and the choice of those questions goes to you, Conor Brophy. You can have question 4, question 5, or question 6.
I'll go 5, please, Rob.
5. Can you tell me the naming rights sponsors of the home stadium of the San Francisco 49ers?
Levi's?
It's either Levi's or there was a tech company, wasn't there?
Pac-Bell,
They built a new stadium.
Pac Bell Park. The 49ers there. No, that's Pac Bell is.
Was it not Qualcomm? Qualcomm or Levi's?
49ers.
It's in Santa Clara. They moved to Santa Clara from San Francisco.
So did they leave Levi's Stadium?
I can't remember whether they left Levi's Stadium or whether they moved to what is now Levi's Stadium.
Okay, 10 seconds to land on one.
You watch more American football than I do, so
yeah, go for Connor.
We go with Levi's. We go with Levi's Stadium.
Levi Strauss secures you 5 points. Well done. So we have 2 questions remaining, and the choice of those 2 is to you, Darren.
Yep, we'll go 4.
Question 4. Which auto brand is the official car partner of English rugby?
Land Rover, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. We'll go Land Rover.
Land Rover is not correct. Hasn't been since 2012. Teneo?
We went high end with this answer last time in New Zealand. It turned out for Ford.
It was Ford, yeah.
Ford again rings a bell.
Why not? It could be a strategy they have.
Toyota.
What manufacturers do they have in England still?
Vauxhall.
Opel. Oh, so that's Vauxhall.
Nissan. There's a Nissan plant still in Sunderland, isn't there?
Not anymore, I'd say. It's not VW, no? Hardly.
10 seconds.
I'd go with Ford.
We'll go with Ford. That would be very lazy quiz mastering of me, and it is not correct. The correct answer is, in fact, Mitsubishi Motors is the official car partner who took over from BMW, who took over from Land Rover. So the final question, the final round, goes to you, Mick O'Keefe, and it is question 6. So Teneo in control. Who are the sponsors of the Louth GAA senior men's football team?
So it was Boyle Sports, but it's not them.
That's long gone, yeah.
It's not Glen Dimplex or...
Is it DKIT, Dundalk IT?
They're on there somewhere. What's the crowd, the meat crowd, Larry Goodman's crowd? Were they not on it?
Oh, that's a good while ago as well, yeah.
DKIT. Loud.
15 seconds.
Glen Dimplex, Martin Naughton is there, isn't he?
I don't think they're on the jersey, though.
I don't think so either, Connor, no. I'd go with the Beef Packers or Dundalk IT.
I'll go DKIT.
DKIT is not the correct answer, so a final chance to secure 3 points. 2 into 3.
The packing company, I think the lads are talking about, was ABP Meats.
Yeah.
We go with that?
I wouldn't have a clue, yeah.
I don't have a clue, really, to be honest.
No, it is more of a sporting brand and a sports technology brand. It is Stat Sports. Just across the border. So no score on that leaves us on the final score in the grand final with 2 into 3 on 42 points. But today's winners and the champions of the Sport for Business Super Quiz 2020 and soon to be owners of this wonderful, magnificent trophy are Teneo with 53 points.
Well done, lads.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Darren.
Well played.
Both semi-finals and the final has been 53 points.
3 points.
Who
Magic
knew?
number.
And I thought that the answer was always 42 to the meaning of us and everything. My thanks to Darren, to Catherine, and to Fergal, as well as to everybody who has taken part and who has competed in something which has proven to be quite a lot of fun and something that we'll come back to next year. But my hearty congratulations to the team who have topped them all, to Peter Sweeney, to Conor Brophy, and to, on this occasion, Captain Fantastic, Mick O'Keefe. Well done.
Can I just say thanks to you as well for organising this.
Absolutely.
When we started
thanks,
this
here.
A long time ago, we were in the middle of the lockdown, and obviously we're now emerging out of it, but it was really good and really greatly appreciated, and it's difficult to do what you do, like all of us in these kind of times, but we greatly appreciate the time and effort that you put into it. We know
Here.
a lot of time.
Thank you very much, Rob. It's been great fun.
No extra gain to yourself. And
well, thanks very much.